All right, welcome to Straight Red Card. You know, Brett, this is the third segment. I'm getting sick of saying it, but people like the videos. It helps us. If you like us, like it. It helps us get it out to other people. Thank you for everybody that got us to 400 subscribers.
And yeah, to add on to that, to add in the nerdiness here, guys. The YouTube algorithm, every time somebody comments, likes it, subscribes to our channel, it brings more people to our channel. People who are necessarily getting recommended stuff. So if more people are interacting with our shows, the better it is for our show to grow. So do what you can do, guys. Yeah. Like I said, it's just the nerdy analysis coming in here, guys.
Unless it's your grandma using your YouTube page and watching your videos, you probably know that, but it's a good thing to say and remind people of, because sometimes people just watch shows. I do it all the time. I'll watch a YouTube video and I'll be like, oh, that was really cool. And I just move on to the next one. Oh, I should have liked that. Oh, yeah, I should have. I should have given some credit for having a fun show or a good show or something entertaining. So, yeah, okay, goddamn, we really fucking screwed this whole section up. There is a Patreon little link below, too. Please check us out, find out how you can, send us some monies to help us build our studio and quit our jobs so we can do this full time. But anyhow, 400 subs in just a handful of months, folks. Thank you.
Killing it.
All right.
Killing it.
So let's move on to the topic at hand, which is all these transfer rumors, actual transfers, some people being let go from their clubs. So there's a myriad of different people to talk about in that particular, under that umbrella. And I think we'll start with, Brett, Sebastian Soto being loaned to Porto from Norwich's U23s. And my first thought was, he's not going to play very much.
No. I don't think he's going to play at all. Unfortunately, I like the kid, and I hope he does well. I will gladly eat crow, but I don't think it's happening.
I agree. I'll eat crow all day with you, right next to you. We could probably have some Doritos with it. But I'll
need to offset that bitterness of crow. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Oh, God, I can't believe I was wrong again. Oh my God, it's the worst.
It's not only bitter, it's kind of fatty. Anyhow, so yeah, I don't have high hopes for that. I do think that he should have probably picked a lesser team in the Portuguese league, because it's a really good league, and that's like one of the best teams in the league. That's like being loaned to Benfica. Good luck. Ask Freddie Adu how that worked out. Not to say Sebastian Soto is Freddie Adu. God damn it.
And going off that, I seem to recall, I know it's been like a decade ago, but I seem to recall Freddie Adu actually had some solid games for Benfica. And then he disappeared.
Yes. And those games were mostly off the bench, and they were all right. They went yeah. So, all right. Next actual move is Alex Mendez moving from Ajax U21s to Vizela in Portugal, which is a recently promoted team. Now, if you're going to make a move, that's the kind of move you make. Alex Mendez was struggling because of injuries mostly at Ajax, and now he's going to go to a team that is really looking to stay up next season. And if they can find a guy like Alex Mendez to fit into their system, he might get some real PT.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you're struggling for time at Ajax and you're needing to get some playing time somewhere, finding that recently promoted team in a lesser division will definitely help. Hopefully, though, that doesn't find him quickly finding a relegation by the end of the season.
Yeah, we don't really know the details of the deal yet. Yeah, we don't. I mean, maybe somebody does, but they haven't told me. And we don't know what kind of loan / transfer thing it is, like, option to buy or whatever. We just don't know the details yet. The next one is Uli Lannis's move to St. Pölten from Wolfsburg on loan. And I would have been fine with that as long as St. Pölten was still in the first Bundesliga in Austria, but they got relegated last season, and that's why Brendan Servania won't be going back, and that's why who's the other American there? Christ almighty, Derek. One of the brothers, Taylor Booth. Yep. That's why he's not going to.
He's on his way back to Bayern?
Yeah, he's going back to Bayern. He'll be loaned out to somebody else, but not in Du Bundesliga in Austria, which really, I don't know what that says about Uli Lanez, but it's not good, and it sucks.
Well, Uli just needs playing time, and hopefully he'll get plenty of it there. But he's been languishing on benches and just not doing enough.
Yeah,
so he needs something. He needs some new scenery, and I hear the scenery in Austria is nice.
It's nice. He'll love it. He'll love the scenery. I hope he gets. I mean, I imagine he'll play at St. Pölten. It's just a really low level, and it's going to be hard to really judge how good those performances are. And other teams will have a hard time judging how good those performances are as well. Because, let's face it, 2 Bundesliga in Austria is a step that is seriously down from 1 Bundesliga in Austria. All right.
Hopefully a quick promotion then in that sense.
Maybe. Could be. Who knows? St. Pölten were pretty smelly. They got beat by they went down to a playoff to save themselves in Austria, in the Austrian Bundesliga, and they lost to a 2 Bundesliga team badly. It was like 4-1. I can't remember the score. They got slaughtered by a lesser team, and then they lost Taylor Booth and Brendan Servania. They're not going to be any better. No. Good luck to them. Here's one that a lot of people may have not caught. Matko Miljevic, who plays for Argentinos Juniors, was released by Argentinos Juniors. He currently has no club. Ouch. He's 20 years old. He's played for some of our youth teams, and we were really hoping that would work out. He's also like a karate champion in South America for his age group, which is really weird. But yeah, we'll see where that goes. Joel Sonora, and Brett, stop me if you have a comment to add. Joel Sonora is moving from Talleres in Argentina to Banfield on a free transfer. That's crazy. Banfield's a traditionally really good club in Argentina. It's not really a step down for him. Tessmann to Venezia in Italy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love it. They just got promoted to Serie A. I love me some Tanner Tessmann. So,
and they're making some moves too for American players. We'll talk about another one later.
Didn't we find out they have American owners?
Yeah, I think you mentioned that.
I think I researched it and told you.
Yeah,
got American owners.
Makes sense.
So that's why maybe they're sniffing around for American players.
Again, they're looking at how the American players are doing well in Germany and even Austria for that matter. And they're like, well, maybe we can jump on this.
I agree.
Get some really young U.S. talent in here and see what happens.
Young U.S. talent that is actually generally pretty cost effective.
Yeah.
If you're a promoted team and you need to plug in some spots real fast for the next season and you need affordable players, Tessmann's going to probably go for $1 to $2 million. So you could scoop them up at a decent price, and it could be really helpful.
I guess while we're talking about that club, let's talk about the other player that that club's looking at.
Yeah, go for it.
That's Busio.
Yeah, I don't think they are, but
no, but they're in their call. I mean, they have 4 different teams going after him right now in Italy, roughly speaking.
Yeah,
you got Parma, Fiorentina. What is it, Sassuolo?
Yeah,
did I say that anywhere correctly?
No, it's close enough. Yeah.
Okay. Hey-o, look at that.
That was actually really good. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to believe that, but Dallas has shown they're willing to sell. SKC hasn't, and that goes all the way back.
How many more years does Busio have there? I mean, he's been there for like 3 so far, right?
I think so.
Roughly speaking. Maybe, so if it's a 5-year contract, they still have, I guess, one more year before he could go out on the free. So maybe they say no now and then see what happens next year.
Could be. Yeah, maybe the time. Maybe it's the iron is hot. Maybe now's the time for SKC to move him along.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. He's got an Italian passport, so it's not an issue. We'll see what happens to him.
And judging from a Sporting Kansas City standpoint here, say if they come and they throw out a $3-4 million bid, do you think Sporting could find somebody to replace Busio for that price?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, and some of that transfer money does go to the league. Some of it does go to other aspects of running the club, not necessarily just to line the pockets and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting what they do.
Yeah, we will see. I'm not real hopeful right now, but for Busio to move because they haven't really shown that they're a selling club. But it sounds like it might be time for them to sell before Busio can just leave on free. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I also just want to see Busio grow as a player a little more. I think him making this team instead of Tessman, to me, I could flip a coin between either of those two, frankly, because I think Tessman, we have seen him grow incrementally very fast. Well, we've watched Busio struggle. You can blame that on the club for playing him out of position or not being able to find a position for him.
Yeah.
But he seems to be settling in now, but it took a while. And I think he might be more incrementally slower growing than a Tanner Tessman, who seems to have really a lot of confidence, and he's older.
And we talked about this beforehand. But yeah, the confidence comes from playing a position. Now, you can have confidence and get shuffled about. We talked about Adams as an example, or McKinney. Doesn't matter where they play on the field, they have the confidence and they're going at it.
Right.
But as far as a young player developing, sometimes, I mean, if you're predominantly thought as an attack-minded player, and then all of a sudden you're getting thrust back as a center or a defensive mid, and then you're holding mid and you're doing this, it could play with you a bit. But I still think Busio can pan out. I'm not sure to what extent, and he's still young. He has a lot of room to grow. But I've liked what I've seen from Tessman when he's been called up to the United States national team. So
yeah, I just see more of a jump for Tessman than I'm seeing for Busio in growth. Horvath to Huddersfield. Yeah, it'd be a good move if he could get it done. He's got a European passport.
Whoa! You're assuming Mold is no longer in the equation.
If he goes back to Molde, he might as well just stick a thumb up his ass because no one's going to care what he does there.
And we haven't ruled out him re-signing with Bruges. It's always possible.
If he's not re-signs with Bruges, he's mentally disabled. That's no offense to anybody. All right. Anthony Robinson to Manchester City. That doesn't seem like a good fit.
It seems like they need somebody to warm up the pine.
I don't understand that. Is that just like, okay, we'll get him on our list of players and we'll just loan him out continuously forever?
Well, I mean, this goes in with the rumor mill in general. Like they're like, oh man, United and Barcelona and Juventus and Bayern Munich are all keeping tabs on this kid. I'm like, well, okay, I'm sure they are.
They're keeping,
but how serious tabs are? Yeah.
Yeah.
How serious are they in interest? I mean, I'm sure they're all like, hey, so this Robinson kid, he's okay at left back. Okay, right on.
Check. Move on to the next one. That's what they're doing. Everybody's looking at everybody.
They wouldn't be doing their job if they weren't.
No, they'd be fools. So Anthony Robinson to Man City doesn't work for a lot of different reasons. Anthony Robinson is a very quick, athletic, great player going forward. But as Pete would say, when you compress time and space, you see flaws. And Man City play a version of tiki-taka. That's not Anthony Robinson. He's not a tiki-taka kind of guy. And I don't know how he would possibly fit in there. So,
well, just from a very selfish standpoint of the United States national team, I don't want our potential starting left back riding pine the entire season.
No.
I want him competing, even if it's for a lesser team, but competing.
It's a bad idea. Do not sign that contract.
I think Robinson's obviously on his way out. I don't think he's going to be playing in the championship, but saying that I don't think Man City is his destination.
You got to be kidding me.
No.
That's what I said to myself reading that. Tyler Boyd, dumped by Besiktas. We've already talked about this in prior shows. He's got to find a new home. Could be Sivasspor, but he's not going back to Besiktas. They have limited amount of foreign players, and he's not one of the ones they want.
And again, the guy needs to find playing time somewhere at a competitive league. He can't go to, and I keep bringing Cyprus up as an example. And I'm sorry for anybody who actually follows the Cyprus league, not because I keep using them as an example, but because you keep watching it.
Quit shitting on the Cypriot league, Brett.
Hey, I'm a Chicago fan. I can bitch out whoever I want to. You know.
Okay.
I'm going to use that crutch for the rest of my life. But he needs to find playing time.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, he could find. I mean, if as long as he's fine with taking a pay cut, he could find any team in the MLS to come back to. Which could reinvigorate his potential U.S. men's national team.
The rumors are Sivasspor want to sign him.
Okay,
so he'll probably
good.
go back there. Yeah. That's the rumors. Let's see. Matthew Olasunde going from Rotherham United, where he turned down an extension because they just got dropped down to League One. And he signed with Preston North End, who are in the championship. Hooray for you, buddy. I hope it works out.
Yeah.
You've got a long ways to go to crawl into the right back picture. But you know what? Good job not letting yourself be dumped down to League One or League Two, like, say, there's a certain guy from Aston Villa named Indiana Vassilev, who is so far out of anyone's radar right now because of how poor the number of minutes he received playing in League One, which didn't work out. And then they shipped him down to League Two, where he got no playing time. I mean, that guy's career is in like cardiac arrest right now.
So yeah, same thing happened with Gooch. Lyndon Gooch is playing with
Sunderland. Same thing.
Yeah,
same thing. You can't continue to accept being dumped down division to division to division just because your team sucks and you won't demand a transfer. Unless you don't believe in your skills or nobody wants you. In that case, you got to take what you get.
Mm-hmm.
But, there's a reason Lyndon Gooch is not being considered. League One is okay. It's okay. It's not that good. So
he seems to be doing he seems to be doing okay with Sunderland. I mean, he can work his way back up at the championship at the bare minimum.
You would think by his performances from last season, somebody in the championship would go, that guy's got some speed on the wings. I'd like to add him to my team. But I guess not.
He can put in some goals, too.
Yeah. I guess not, though.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Lehigh.
He's still playing?
Yeah, I mean, he had some sort of weird injury and some falling out with Karagümrük from Turkey, and he's been clubless for a while, but apparently there are rumors that there are League One and Two teams interested in him.
I'm just going off of age. He's got to be like on the right side of 30s, but he's got to be up there.
He's up there. He think he's 32. I'm just guessing, people. If I'm wrong, fuck you. Don't point it out, okay? But
wrong, Derek. He's 33, dumbass.
Eric Lehigh is a solid player, but he's well past his prime, and I think League One
I was a big defender of him.
Huh? Yeah,
I was a big defender of Lehigh.
Yep, but League One sounds about right, unless I guess no MLS offers came his way, which is okay.
Well, I mean,
or maybe they did.
They
worked very good.
Well, I was to say, if MLS is going to fork over money, it's not. It's generally speaking not for a defender.
No, you're right.
There have been a couple of exceptions, but quite frankly, MLS splurges on the attack-minded players.
Eric Lehigh probably make more money playing in League One or Championship.
Agreed.
next season
Yep,
than he would
absolutely.
in MLS. So Matt Miazga, Anderlecht going nowhere right now, stuck at Chelsea. Anderlecht made an offer. Chelsea said fuck off. So there's where we've already discussed this before.
Yep.
De La Fuente to Marseille. Good for you, buddy. Hope
Right
that works.
on. Yep.
Caden Clark to Leipzig. We've talked about this so many multiple times. We don't need to talk about it much more.
Nope.
Good luck to you. CCV to Newcastle. Really? I don't see that happening.
That's how.
I mean, if it happens, that's a rumor. But
yeah,
I don't see it happening. I just don't. I think that's a huge jump. But he played really well. I don't know.
It's doable.
Well
It's doable. Yeah.
I mean, he did.
That's the concept, isn't it? You do well in the championship, and lower to mid-table teams in EPL will look for your services. That's kind of the concept.
He'll have to, if he goes to Newcastle, he'll have to bust his balls to get on that starting 11. So
it's got to be easier than his previous stint at Tottenham.
Well, that is impossible. That's just not happening. Sargent to Gladbach, Frankfurt, Stuttgart, or Leverkusen. Okay, well, they want 7 or 8 million for him.
I know he didn't start for Bremen in their first preseason game. I don't know if he saw the pitch or not, but the fact that he didn't start made me think that they're entertaining offers.
Yeah, they're still working on it.
Yeah,
they are. Yeah. So the real catch there will be: is anybody willing to spend between $7 and $8 million? Because that's basically
what
Bremen's bottom line.
Well, Frankfurt just sold Silva for like what, 28 million or 23 million euros.
They can afford Sargent.
Yeah,
they could.
We'll see what happens.
So, I mean, they have the money, but are teams lowballing teams? You just don't know. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Brett reads Bild all the time in German, so he's keeping us.
I'm working on my German. Yeah,
I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. All right, I think that's gonna do it for this segment.
Whoa, wait a second. You didn't mention the most important one. The Atlantic back on June 10th mentioned Tyler Adams is drawing interest from Arsenal.
Oh, come on. No. Jesse Marsh is not letting go of Tyler Adams at this point.
That was fun. I enjoyed that thoroughly.
You just
all right.
That to irritate
that was a great end. Just want to hear Derek yell once.
All right. Like it. Love it. Lightly tap it with whatever appendage you have that is free, and share it with your nieces, your nephews, and people that want to learn more about the United States men's national team, and don't want to stab themselves in the head while they're listening to it. All right. Okay. Until the next time on the Straight Red Card, Patreon.